FluxWaveZ versus NuckleDu. Name my kid Zato 1. Hell no. I hate Zato. Yeah, we've talked about this matchup quite a bit. We talked about this with Idom versus NuckleDu. This matchup is pretty straightforward, right? It's a rather like zoning heavy matchup. Poison can trade favorably against Guile with her whip, right? But she has to be in range for it, and it's not quite as fast. And also, you're going to see a ton of V-Reversal in this matchup from NuckleDu. V-Reversal is really good against Poison in general, and adding up Gray damage is really good because if his Sonic Boom hits, she takes like 250 damage here, right? Like, so it makes basically everything NuckleDu does is pretty high. Yeah, like it's pretty high damaging, so. Jump forward heavy punch is also really good for Poison in this matchup. This is a bad spot. When NuckleDu is throwing booms at this range, he is plus enough on block, or I guess on hit. He's plus enough here that Poison doesn't really have time to use the whip stance and trade favorably. This range is not that great for Poison. She needs a little bit more distance to... Wow, heavy punch? What the hell? That was a lot of damage. Whatever he does, NuckleDu will V-Reversal. Wow! Through the limb. Yeah, that's an EX move. It's overhead. -4 on block, which means NuckleDu's punish there would have had to been crouching jab, boom, CA. Really hard to react to. Yeah, this is online NLBC. Where's the point and click tutorial? Jeremy, you talking about Valorant? I was playing some Valorant yesterday. I had a much better set of games yesterday. After I played a real whack like 2 days ago, so. I think this is one of those matchups where, like, as Poison, you really need to constantly trade favorably or it's going to go bad, right? Like, if you get to a deficit, I think as maybe... It's worse as getting into a deficit as Poison than it probably is for Guile in this matchup. Like, he's actually, I think, too close here. I think he needs to back up slightly so that he can use the whip, right? Like, this range is probably a little too close, which is good for NuckleDu. From full screen, you could at least neutral jump a boom and then use the stance. Ouch. That was a rough round. No, I haven't played enough games to play competitive Trinity. Clean jump. I think, like, as long as you don't... Yeah, that was the EX. As long as you don't get hit by an EX as NuckleDu, this round seems pretty hard to lose, right? Like, you just back her up constantly. You don't let her even get into the whip stance in a range where she can trade with you. That was a good EX. V-Reversal, yeah. NuckleDu's always going to V-Reversal any of her offense. These are great trades. This crouching heavy punch, really good. You need kind of the initiative in the zoning, right? Like, so if Guile has space and he's got booms on screen, she can't really set up and do what she wants. If she has the initiative and she's hitting crouching heavy punch and the whip stance and all this stuff, then NuckleDu doesn't really get to put out a boom, you know what I mean? So, like, it's really about who currently has... like the screen advantage. That EX is so good. EX Love Me Tender. EX Love Me Tender is like one of the best EX moves, I think. She has some of the best EX moves in the game. Like EX Heart Raid. EX Love Me Tender is good. Yeah, Idom traditionally doesn't do super hot in this matchup either, right? Like, this is not an easy match, I think, for Poison to grind out. Although she does trade favorably with the whip finder stance, like she has to be in the range to do it. Shit's hard, man. You gotta walk up in the range. Yeah, like when booms are on screen like this, shit's tough. She's got to get into the stance and then trade, right? NuckleDu just firing off booms. Nice, two-piece. Didn't do any button in between. I think just doing the raw flash kick was probably a good choice. This is hard. Oh, damn, he missed a standing heavy punch. That wasn't even a combo. That jump light kick didn't combo. NuckleDu is just waiting for something to V-Reversal here. Those are good trades for him, too. Back throw is awesome, also. Yeah, look at the screen space he's got. V-Reversal, of course. He's just going to V-Reversal all day. That was a sick read. Man, NuckleDu's good. Yeah, Power Rangers is fine to play on controller. Most fighting games are fine to play on whatever you want to play on. Boombox, bongo drums, Guitar Hero controller. You'll be fine. NuckleDu's just waiting. If he let the stance go there, he could have whiff punished it. Or, not whiff punished it. If he reversal it, that was a whiff punish. Someone's on Monster Hunter World. Wow, wake up roundhouse? What the fuck? Reset. Yeah, for sure. There's too much scaling for him not to reset there, I think. That shit hurt. Sweep activate. Boom, 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 boom. I think he might EX Love Me Tender, so you have... I was going to say, you have to be careful about throwing another boom. How does he do standing light kick into boom? So standing light kick is a neutral input. So so if NuckleDu's on 2P side, right? He holds down back. He lets go of the stick. So he goes to neutral. And then he hits light kick. And then he does forward plus punch. So that's the input. Down back or back. Neutral plus light kick, forward plus punch. I think whether there's more or less videos about top tier or low tier characters is dependent on the character. Some characters that are very, very common are not top tier.
All right, man. FluxWaveZ. He's got a nice lead here. He's coming into his own now. No, you get over there.
Do plays on pad? Yeah. Is that dead? I think that is.
Get spanked.
That super hurts. You know, one of the most damaging things to get hit by is actually if she does anti-air whip, like heavy whip stance into critical art. That shit does like 60%, bro. It does so much damage. Yeah, dude, Spooky has been stuck doing solo commentary for like a million years. I meant match analysis and stuff. The only person who does match analysis, there's like 4 people who do match analysis, and I just watch whatever tournament matches are good, regardless of who plays the character, right? But as far as like tech goes and like videos and resources and stuff, you can find somebody who plays any character, basically. I don't think that should be a big factor about picking a top tier character or a low tier character, right? Like, the character's popularity is not really usually based on strength, because Ken and Ryu are like the two most popular characters on CFN, and neither of those characters have been top tier in a long time. And yet you still see them, you still see them the most, right? So that walk back is good. Both these characters have weak low threats.
Good chance to help build another one in this round, though. Anti-air, beautiful.
Yeah, but I wouldn't pick a character as a strong character just because that means more people are playing them. It's not always even necessarily true. It could be a bonus, I guess. Ugh, that move is so good. That move is so fucking good. That move used to be safe. They made it an overhead and also -4 now, which I think is good. It needed to be unsafe, I think. Yeah, I think Spooky is just used to doing solo commentary. I also think there's nothing wrong with solo commentary. Oh, no punish. That sucks. Yeah, it used to be -2 instead of -4. Wake up jump. That combo hurts because you get standing reset. It does good damage. He can also sweep. This round's looking pretty tough. NuckleDu just backs up and throws booms. He could get hit by EX Love Me Tender too, though. Yeah, he had Molotov to keep himself safe there. Punish. Wow, the knee? What the hell? Throwing the V reversal is a good choice because Poison, Poison players have to be aware of the V reversal because everybody V reversals against Poison, right? It's just like the most common, thing you could do because Poison V reversal or Poison's weak to V reversal. People are just gonna V reversal everything she does. So I think you have to just kind of get used to it. You know what I'm saying? That was good for FluxWaveZ. That's a punish. But Guile's punishes are not great on it without like something pretty big, right? Damn, FluxWaveZ is doing a good job in this matchup. His EX Love Me Tenders have been beast, by the way. NuckleDu's dead. Oh, no punish. Oh, he challenged too? What did NuckleDu do?
tried to throw into the sweep. What a
Medium punch.
nut.
He tried another button. He tried crouching medium punch. Did he delay it? Damn, that's not also a frame trap on 3-frame jabs, but
The mash, FluxWaveZ. You did it, bro.
NuckleDu
Hell yeah.
dang, he defeated him. Nice work to FluxWave. This is not an easy matchup, I think. I think it's very lively dependent though, for sure. A lot of zoning matchups kind of are.